Good morning. Click like, click share. You're watching. And subscribe. You're watching my sandwich, my vegan sandwich. Anyway, we're gonna discuss dating in today's world. As you know, I'm single and I would like to date because I can't say I'm dating because I'm not dating because right now I'm out of commission with my legs. But that's why I never really dated anyone around where I live or where I work because it's so um, foggy as to what you can do for advances to let someone know you like them or you would like to date them or something. It's such a hairy situation. So I bring that up to bring up the Cuomo situation. Now he used to date his girlfriend for many, many years, Sandra Lee, the chef, for many years. And now he's a single man, but he's a very, very busy single man. And he's a man. He has needs, and he wants companionship, and but he's busy, and most of the time he's at work, or when he's not at work, he's home. And when he's at work, he's conducting business. He's around people who's in the same line of work that he is, so he has a lot of the same things in common with these people. So he's figuring he shoot a shot, and he see a young lady. He don't know how to react because he is the governor, but he likes her. So as normal people do, men and women, you check out the person that you might be interested in. So if they catch you looking at them, that don't mean you're googling them, or I mean ogling them, whichever terminology. You're ogling them, and you're putting them up as a sexual being or whatever. You're just saying, oh, she's cute, he's cute. I'm looking at him to see if maybe he or she is someone I'll be interested in dating. So maybe that's what he's doing, throughout the years that he's been working with these women. He come up with very smart and attractive women. So, he's checking you out, for lack of terminology. And to see if that you can take a man of his stature one day, maybe asking you out on a date. And if you say yes, good. If you say no, fine. Because that's what the dating process is. You shoot your shot, you ask the person to go out, and the person either says yes or no. So when I hear all these sexual harassment cases or whatever, these women are just taking it way too far, way too far. I mean, sometimes it's just a man seeing someone he may be interested in. He's checking them out to see if he can ask them out on a date. You understand? And I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but he's Italian. So when he meets someone, he's going to hug them and kiss them because that's what Italians do. Now, if he didn't hug you and kiss you when he saw you, then you would say, oh, it's biased. And the person that he hugged and he kissed has a better job than I do and got promoted faster than I did. And then you want to turn it around that way. So it's damn if he do and damn if he don't. So, I mean, lighten up, ladies. Lighten up. He's a single man now, and he's trying to find a date. He's trying to find companionship. I mean, he's just looked at you and he just, gave you a hug and a normal kiss on the cheek, and he's all, if he hasn't always done that to everybody, then I say fine. But the majority of people said that when most Italians see each other, they hug you, they kiss you, they tap you on the shoulder. I mean, come on. Please, come on. I know some of his enemies or some of his competitors want him out the race or whatever. But come on, that's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. He's a single man. Give the man a break. Would you want him to stay stoic? I mean, to stay thing all his life with no companionship? He likes women. Thank God. With the way of the world going, at least there's one heterosexual man that is saying he likes women and he's trying to be respectful about it. And he's been out the dating scene a long time, so he's trying to figure out how to approach a woman or whatever. But if he didn't hug you and kiss you and he hugged everybody else, then you want to call bias on that. And if that person or persons who got hugged and kissed on the cheek got a raise of promotion, then you're gonna want to say, you're gonna want to call it something different. So cut it out. For real, just cut it out. The man is just trying to find companionship. For real, y'all just reaching. Everything, thing against women, it's a bias and this and that. It's like, okay, well, if someone is having problems with their landlord and it so happened to be Jewish and the two people getting a fight, they want to bring it up as a Jewish crime. If someone goes into a salon and the person is trying to rob them and, and sit there and talk about you while they're doing your toenails and stuff like that, and they talk about you and then they up the price when you're ready to go out and they don't do a good job. You understand? I understand. Some people go in there and try to get over and they have them do the job and then they act like something's wrong so they can get it redone or whatever the case. I totally understand that. But it's not everything. And now every group on this planet, God forbid something happened to one person in that group, everybody want to line up and say it's a bias crime. No, maybe you should maybe you should investigate what really happened. Maybe you should investigate what really happened and see what really happened and stop calling everything biased. Because you want to put your group on the map so nobody can't touch your group. This is all about money. The Chinese government is losing a lot of money because the American government sends everything over there. So now people are out of work over here and we have people who can do stuff over here. The Chinese government don't want to lose that money. They don't want to let Americans realize that the Americans could do what they're paying or outsourcing. So they're trying to keep all the jobs over there. They don't want the jobs to come back to America. So now they're jumping on the bandwagon saying stuff is biased and this. It's all the money. It's all for money. It's all for money. Americans are losing a lot of money while other countries are gaining it and becoming rich and powerful individually. While poor Americans suffer. Most of those jobs that we send away can stay here. It's just that, certain companies cannot afford to pay us a lot of money. And then some, and to be on the other side, some American workers, they work for 10 minutes and then they want a 40-minute break. Oh, it's my right, it's my this, it's my that. Then they want a whole bunch of raises and then they don't want to bring anything to the company. That's why a lot of these companies outsource their jobs, because Americans got too comfortable thinking that it's their right to make a certain amount of money and it's their right as Americans to... No, you have to earn. You have to actually go to work and work. Yeah, you have to work. I'm not talking about working 2 hours out of 8. You have to work 7 hours out of 8, because I'm sure that 1 hour is a break. A 40-minute lunch or a 45-minute lunch and a 15-minute break throughout the day. You have to work, people. That's why all our jobs went elsewhere. Because you think it's your ordained right as Americans to abuse the system, to come in late and always blame your children, to come in late and always blame your car. Meanwhile, you out partying the night before, drinking, getting high, getting drunk, and you can't wake up the next morning. Then you want to blame your kids. You want to blame your car. You don't want to take responsibility for whatever. Now what happens? They outsource all these companies outsource their work, and now Americans don't have work. And now all these countries are fighting to keep all this work in their country. Because we outsource all the telephone work, we outsource all the car work, we outsource all the electronic work. Most of these companies outsource because Americans want to be lazy and think they have the right to do all this and still get paid for it. No, because you have to think, if you have a company and you have 5 employees and 5 employees come in and 4 employees come in late all the time and still want full pay. And then, God forbid, you say something, then they want to run to a lawyer and say, bias this and bias that. Meanwhile, they're not bringing anything to the company. Then you hire somebody else outside the company and you pay them more money because they're more qualified. Then they want to say bias because you didn't to promote somebody in the job. Yeah, because all of y'all want to come late and do what y'all want to do. And this is what happened with American life. Everybody got lazy. Everybody felt privileged. And now all the jobs are elsewhere. You don't know what to do. You crying foul. So now, what you should do is try to bring back all these jobs to America. When a company like Amazon wants to come in your district and give thousands of jobs, do not refuse it. Let them come. Because if you're a company, you want some kind of benefit in order to bring in jobs into the community. And then later on, after the time period expires, that's when, the government kicks in. But no, y'all want to prove a point. Yeah, oh, it's not in my community. No, what happened? No jobs is here in the community in Queens. No jobs is in America because all of it is outsourced. So until you privileged Americans face reality, because bullying is not going to work. You have to show these companies that you're willing to work as Americans, that you're willing to put in the 7 hours that is required of you so you can earn the pay that you ask for. Not always bringing on unions to do this and do that, but actually do a job. Actually bring in ideas to benefit these companies so these companies would want to come back to America and give American people work, like the auto industry, and serve like some of the black communities. And blacks can have their own businesses and open up hair shops and nail salons. Yes, blacks can do nails. We go to these shops making other people feel that they can do it better than us because you do that. Because when a black person go to hair school, we learn nails, hair, and other things, makeup. And then when they come out and they do stuff on you, you complain. You as a black person complain on another black person. Oh, she can't do it better. And you did it to yourself. That's why when a black person want to open up a nail salon, it's not succeeding. That's why a black person, when they want to open up a hair business or a beauty supply shop, it don't succeed because black people don't go to these places that black people open. You're doing it to yourself, so you have no one else to blame. I know a lot of black stylists who can do nails really good and black techs. But black people don't want to give them the opportunity. And then they complain about the same thing that they're doing to the same people. I know a lot of good people who can do makeup and eyelashes. I went to dozens of black businesses to buy my hair and do my nails and my feet. Because that's what a lot of black people do. We spend our money on getting our nails and feet done. But yes, though, we don't want black people to do it. Why? Why we don't want black people to do it? And then you want to complain about other people taking over certain industries. It's because black people complain on black people. So if you want these industries back, you're going to have to start complaining. Start complaining to the person who's doing it, maybe. Give them a critique. Say, listen, this is how I like it. Do it this way, do it that way, blah, 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 blah. And then that person would get better and finally do it the way you like it. As opposed to go into the black businesses and complain and trying to make them feel bad. Then you run around town and complain about the person's business. Meanwhile, nobody wants to go there anymore. You did it to yourself, people. You did it to yourself. There's no one else to blame but you, black people. We are getting nowhere because we do things to black people's businesses to destroy black businesses. You're doing it to yourselves. It's not no white man. It's not nobody else. It's us. So if you want us to succeed, we get our nails done all the time. Go to a black business. Go to a black girl or guy and get your nails done and your feet done. Go to a black business that sells hair and say, well, this is the kind of, if they're not selling the kind of hair you like, speak to the manager and say, listen, this is the kind of hair I like. And then the manager will go and buy it because maybe one or two people come to buy in that hair and that's it. It don't sell well. And the manager don't want to waste the time because when you order stuff, you have to order stuff by bulk. That's the business side of that. So stop complaining on black businesses. Go use them. There's a lot of good black techs out there. Hair techs, nail techs, feet techs. Yes. But y'all won't give us a chance. Y'all won't give them a chance. And then you want to complain about the world. No, you're doing it to yourselves. That's how black businesses succeed. By giving critique as opposed to running around town and trying to shoot them down and make their business look bad. Why? Because you can't stand them. Why? Because you're jealous that they had a couple of $1,000s to open up a business. Or she thinks she's better. No. She just scrimped and saved to get what she wanted. Or he. To open up that black restaurant. Or their food ain't good. Okay, go to the manager. Talk to the waitress. Listen, it just needed so and so and so and so. Blah 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 blah. Okay, we'll try to change, or we'll try to critique them in a good way. Don't tear them down. Don't try to ruin their business. Because when you ruin one black business, you ruin a lot of other businesses. Because you're doing it to one business, black business. Somebody else is doing to another black business. So that's why we're not business people. That's why we're always buyers as opposed to sellers. Because we're always tearing each other down. I didn't know how to be fluid about how to say. One thing about the Spanish community, they stick together. They buy from each other. They do everything. And they build up each other's businesses. Same as the Jewish community. You understand? But the black people, all we do is complain, but then we tear each other down. Okay? So start by that. Start by patronizing black businesses. I'm not saying not go to other businesses, but start patronizing some of our businesses. And maybe more nail techs, black nail techs would get jobs. Maybe more black beauty supply stores would open. Maybe more black restaurants would open and stay open, because most restaurants fail within 6 months. Most businesses, I should say, fail within 6 months. If they make it after a year, it's just they sliding by. They just making enough money to pay the rent and the bills. Not really paying themselves. Because after they pay their staff and all the bills, business owners don't really have a lot of money. So cut it out. Stop beating our people up and then complain about it. We do the most damage to ourselves. If you don't like something, just make a suggestion to the waitress. Or if there is a suggestion box, write the suggestion and put it in the box. Stop tearing our people down. Everything is not a racist issue. Everybody's just afraid. Everybody's just doing that now, trying to make an issue everything racist. Oh, a plight against black. Oh, a plight against Jewish people. Oh, a plight against Asians. Why? Because they're scared to lose that money. They scared that they would no longer be on top, and think that that certain things will be swept aside. Everybody can make money, all groups. Everybody else can stick together but blacks. Or minorities. But since we're the minority in the world now, because everybody else is climbing above us, and this is not to say just go to black businesses or whatever. I'm just saying at least give black businesses a chance to succeed. Give them a chance. Give that young lady who just came out of hair school a chance to do your nails and a chance to do your feet and your eyelashes. Not just because it's your kid and Shanae or your relative. No. Give somebody else's family a chance. And you would see, in a couple of years, that black woman can open up her own nail salon. And yes, because in certain industries, it's hard. I remember when I was opening up one of my salons, and I called a nail school because I needed a nail tech. They told me they wouldn't work. I'm wasting my time because they wouldn't work for us. I was told flat out. But that didn't stop me. I just got somebody else to do nails. But it made me think. So in black minds, only Asians can do nails, only Asians could do feet. Because we're trained like that. Little by little, we was trained to think that. Because certain people have niches in the world. Certain people could just pull up a store in certain communities and succeed. Meanwhile, there's a black person down there doing the same thing and striving to scraping to get by. And this person just opened up and getting tons of business. It's all about jealousy. You jealous that black person have a business because now you think that person has money. Now you think that black person think that they're better than us. But meanwhile, 4 and 5 different people can just pull up in this community, open up businesses and succeed. And then here go a black business just seeing all that money going to different people. And not coming to them. Everybody can share. Asian business and black business. But black people is trained to think other people can do it better. And then you want to complain? Then you want to complain. You did it to yourself. You go in any black community or any community, you would see on each block there is a nail salon. There is a beauty supply shop. Who owns it? Then in the corner somewhere, you would see a black salon. And in the back, maybe some hair supplies. Barely making it. But everybody on each block, everybody else on each block, everybody's making money. You did it to yourselves. Because mentally you're saying, oh, she messed up my nail. I'm not going to no black nail tech no more. I'm going down to Miss Lee. You did it to yourselves. Yes, Miss Lee probably do a good job. But so does the nail tech. Maybe she was just nervous. But you didn't give her a chance. You didn't speak to her as a brother and sister and say, listen, so and so and so and so. And nobody can spend 3 hours on your nail to make you feel like they took time with you. No. Ain't nobody spending 3 hours on your nail just to make you feel good that they took their time to do your nail. You can do good nails in a fast amount of time. Yes, you can. Because I know that's one of your pet peeves. Oh, she only spent 30 minutes on my nails. She ain't take her time. And, oh, my nails coming up. But when somebody else spends 30 minutes on your nails, or if you're doing a full length, an hour, you don't complain about them. And if it pops up, oh, one of my nails thing, let me just go get it glued back. You don't go around town spreading rumors. But let it be a black tech. You did it to yourself, people. You're pulling money out of our community and you don't even know it. Because you're individualizing it. But individualizing eventually adds up to a whole bunch of people. Because that one black person may open up a business and you can't stand that one black person. So you're going to ruin their business. Somebody else down the block is doing that to another black person. And another black and another black. And what happened? When you look at statistics, black businesses do not succeed. Why? Because black people tear them down. Black restaurants cannot succeed because at the corner, we go to the Chinese restaurant as opposed to the Jamaican restaurant. Asian salons on each block. They can have one Asian salon on each block. All of them making money. All of them. So stop complaining and start doing. Everybody can make money, Asians and blacks. Cut it out. Because we're making ourselves go down. Nobody else. You can't blame the white man for this. Blame yourselves. You can't blame the Asians for this. Blame yourselves. Because you're making other people feel that black people can't do certain things and only certain people could do certain things. And therefore you cater to their businesses and then you tear other businesses, black businesses down. And then when statistics come out that blacks don't succeed in nothing, it's because blacks have brought us down. I can go to any Spanish restaurant. It's always crowded. Food good or not, always crowded in all these Spanish restaurants. So you sit there and keep blaming other people for your downfall and don't want to face facts and don't want to look in the mirror. You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to your own community. And just because your cousin Ray Ray opened up a business, now you want to blame white society. No. It was your forefathers before and your friends and your cousins who messed up somebody black business. Now you want Ray Ray to succeed. Why? Because now the person that you dumped on is going to hate on Ray Ray's business because they know Ray Ray is your relative. And so on and so forth. So don't blame white America for nothing. Black America did it all to themselves, by themselves. Have a good day.